Peace and welcome to an oddly familiar Spotlight episode. Today is all about a sample known to many as the Shudder rap. It was given this name because of its use in the game Einhander. You can find it on a track named Shudder. This was not the first use of the sample, it's just one of the more popular uses, especially in the gaming community. We have mentioned sample libraries in the past. You have ones made by obtaining licenses for each sample so you can sell them as a collection. You also have the not so legal kind where they just use samples without any real permission. Then the type we have here today, sounds that were recorded to use on a sample library. And this sample library is known as Rhapsody Vocals 2 by Masterbits. The sample can be found on a track titled The Lyrical Paragraph, and that is the official name of the sample. Before we get into the details, let's have a quick listen. The total length is 53 seconds, so we won't play the whole thing, but let's listen to a portion.
Check it out. Well, it's the lyrical paragraphs. Your tracks make me laugh. You're front on the microphone, you didn't pass math and science. The main ingredient to be the finest of the fittest. You did it, and yo, I ain't with it.
Now let's talk about different songs that use the same sample, and we will be going from oldest to newest. Our first song today that uses this sample comes from the 1995 CD, Zookey in 1995 Winter. Track number 6, titled Boots. Composed and arranged by Nobuyoshi Sano. You may know some of his work from the Ridge Racer franchise where he worked on about 7 different games. If not Ridge Racer, then maybe Tekken, where he's worked on a dozen games in the series. This theme contains a few different samples, and the one we will focus on today is of course the Lyrical Paragraph. They have added some effects on the vocals, but it's definitely recognizable. This is the first usage of the sample that we have found so far. Next up is probably the most popular piece of music on our list today, at least outside of Japan. From the 1997 game Einhander, here is the track titled Shudder. This PS1 shmup was a PlayStation 1 exclusive, composed, arranged, and produced by Kenichiro Fukui. This soundtrack was published in Japan by Digicube and released on December 21st, 1997. A reissue by Square Enix was released on July 18th of 2007 after the bankruptcy of Digicube. Several tracks make use of genres of electronic music, such as house and other genres like opera or piano-based music. With this sample, you also have an element of hip-hop. This track is one of the more well-known pieces from Einhander. For example, one of the YouTube videos of it has nearly 300,000 views.
Science, the main ingredient to beat the finest of the fittest. You did it, and yo, I ain't with it. You failed all the lessons, want to remain in the top 10. Stop, look, and listen, give props to the light.
Our next song is by Pandara, titled Join the Summertime. First released as a single in 1998, with the album later coming out in 2000. This entry is not from a game, so we will not be spending much time on it. I just want to point it out. Pandara is a Euro reggae project from Germany. The members are rapper Marcus Schuster, vocalist Christina Bianco, and producer Franz Merwald. I just hope Mr. Rapper Marcus Schuster isn't taking credit for this little rap here. It's just from a sample library.
When it's the lyrical paragraphs, your tracks make me laugh. You're front on the microphone, you didn't pass math. Science, the main ingredient to beat the finest of the fittest. You did it, and yo, I ain't. Yeah. When it's the lyrical paragraphs, your tracks make me laugh. You're front on the microphone, you didn't pass math. And science, the main ingredient. finest of the fittest. You did it.
Next is from Street Fighter III, Third Strike, the bonus Stage 2 theme from the arranged soundtrack.
It's Jason and Michael Myers and Freddy all combined. You say what the savage is, but look who eats swine. The pig, there's only one vein in the body. I'm at the hot vodka and I want me a Swanee.
Composed and arranged by Hideki Okugawa. This game was first released on May 12th of 1999, and I must say, the lyrics are terribly offbeat. Any halfway talented producer could probably hear that within 2 bars. I would even take it a step further and say any native English speaker could probably tell. And that's why I'm going to give Okugawa a little bit of slack here. He's not a native English speaker, and with that being a second or possibly third language he speaks. Maybe he wasn't able to recognize that it was so offbeat. I have a difficult time listening to this one. The music is fine, the rap is fine, but not combined.
Light skin, knowledge is the key to be the best of the black man. Wisdom understands the ways of a Dutchman. Devilish attitudes that really make me rude. Friday the 13th. Check it out. When it's the lyrical paragraph, your tracks make me laugh. In front of the microphone, you didn't pass math. And science, the main ingredient to be the finest of the fittest.
The next song we found this sample in comes from an adult PC game titled Piledriver. A theme titled Kisetsu no Shizuku.
Jason and Michael Myers and Freddy all combined. You say what the savage is, but look who eats swine. The pig, there's only one vein in the body. I'm at the hot vodka and I want me a Swanee. Sing 'em a song, I wanna rock about the baby.
We won't be showing much footage from this game because it is an adult game. Released on May 28th of 1999, which happens to be 16 days after Street Fighter Third Strike. The song was written by Kazuya Takase and features vocals by the singer R.I.E. It's the opening theme to the game Piledriver.
There's only one vein in the body. I'm at the hot vodka and I want me a Swanee. Sing 'em a song, I wanna rock about the babies. It won't be long until you're pushing up days. When it's the lyrical paragraph, your tracks make me laugh. In front of the microphone, you didn't pass math. And science, the main ingredient to be the finest of the fittest. You did it and yo, I ain't with it. You could all go the rest.
Up next, we have a hidden gem of a soundtrack. From the game Ollie King, here is Let It Go.
When I gotta go, devilish attitudes that really make me rude. It's Jason and Michael Myers and Freddy all combined. You say what the savage is, but look who eats swine. I'm tortured the MCs, they promise not to tell. Oh, swell, I got too many styles, you can't get wet. What's up?
Composed and arranged by the funky uncle himself, Hideki Naganuma. Best known for his work on Jet Grind Radio and Sonic Rush. His music features a lot of vocal samples used from many different sample libraries. And one of the samples in this track happens to be the lyrical paragraph. He chopped it up a little bit so it's not just the whole verse all the way through, but you will hear a section of the verse separated by other vocal samples.
They promise not to tell. Oh, swell, I got too many styles, you can't get wet. What's up, Doc? Like Bugs Bunny with this carrot. It won't be long until you're pushing up daisies.
Our next one comes from Ape Escape, Pumped and Primed, Pipatron's theme. Released in 2004, this is probably my favorite theme on our list today. I like the effects they added to the vocals. It reminds me of an old school 80s rap. And it's not just because of the vocals and the effects, but also the drums, especially the snare and the clap. Arranged and composed by Soichi Terada. I didn't know a lot about him before Ape Escape, but he has composed for 4 different Ape Escape games, as well as a bunch more. I, however, don't have much experience with any of the other games, so I will be checking out his music in the future.
Check it out. When it's the lyrical paragraph, your tracks make me laugh. In front of the microphone, you did pass math. Science, the main ingredient to be the finest of the fittest. You did it, and yo, I ain't with it. You failed all the...
Up next, we have one titled Fenrir, from the game R. Toneliko, Melody of Alemia.
Check it out. When it's the lyrical paragraph, your tracks make me laugh. In front of the microphone, you did pass math. Science, the main ingredient to be the finest of the fittest. You did it, and yo, I ain't with it. You failed...
From the 2006 game on the PlayStation 2, arranged and composed by Daisuke Achiwa. Another composer with a long resume. VGMDB has 118 credits under his name just as composer. This theme is an instrumental for about 80% of it. Then all of a sudden, the last 20 or 30 seconds have this lyrical paragraph sample. The theme overall is quite good. I like the bass line and the general feel of it. The lyrics feel a little bit out of place, but at least it's on beat.
When it's the lyrical paragraph, your tracks make me laugh. You're on a microphone, you did pass math. Science, the main ingredient to be the finest of the fittest. You did it, and yo, I ain't with it. You failed, though the last one remains in the top 10. Stop looking.
The next entry today comes from Air Gear. Here is a track called Master Buster. This anime first aired in 2006. The series has music from various composers. You might notice Skank Funk, for example. That happens to be Hideki Naganuma. Just a fun fact for you. However, if you look at the credits, you will find this theme is by Wall 5, also known as DJ Wall 5. He has a lot of credits to his resume, so there is a good chance you may have heard some of his music before. This next one will be a quick one because it's just a cover of the Piledriver song we mentioned earlier. Arranged by Tomoyuki Nakazawa with vocals by Kotoko. They used the same lyrical paragraph sample as in the original song. Released in 2008, the Frontline Covers is a collection of covers by various musicians. The original one is from a game, while this one isn't in a game, but it's pretty much the same song. Our last one today comes from Dead Heat Riders, a theme titled Black Hot Vodka. For the second time on our list today, we have a theme arranged and composed by Hideki Naganuma. He must like the lyrical paragraph verse. He did chop it up a little bit, so instead of saying just hot vodka, he cut in the word black at the beginning for the Black Hot Vodka line. Released in 2013, this arcade motorcycle racer game was developed by Namco. This is the newest usage of the sample that we have found, and of course it had to be by Mr. Hideki. I would call him the king of samples when it comes to video game composers.
Black hot vodka and a black hot vodka and a vodka and a vodka on me, it's money. Black hot vodka and a black hot vodka and a vodka hot black on me, it's money. Black hot vodka and a...
So if you know any usages of the sample that we may have missed, leave a comment below and we may end up using that submission in a future Oddly Familiar episode. I was not able to find the man behind the lyrical paragraph verse. Maybe we can find him and get a quick interview. I wonder if he has ever been playing a game and all of a sudden hurt himself. That would be kinda cool. Last but not least, huge shout out and big thanks to gold level patrons, Bearsona and Quantum X. I am ICC, thanks for watching, peace.